Okay, we were in the process of doing the fingers, and I got the bottom portion done, and we're going to do the same thing up here. We're just going to tilt the knife a little bit to make a little V cut and do each finger that way. Alright, so that's it. Alright, that's how the hands are done. They're really simple to do and not difficult at all. Meanwhile, we're going to put this, we did that band on the back. We're going to continue here in the front here in just a second. Let me just clean this up. For some reason it doesn't want to come out right. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're going to put a little, we have this band going over, so why don't we do this, 1, 2, alright, we'll just take a little V tool and see if we can cut that out, line it, 1 and 2, it's a little hard when you get in these little spots, so, you know, sometimes painting it, you can just paint it if you want, if you don't want to try to carve it in there. That's not a, some people say that's a cheater's way of doing it, but it really isn't. You know, whatever is easiest for you at the time. Some people paint eyes in, some people carve them in. I like to carve as much into a project as I can. I think it gives it a little better, you know, gives it that 3D effect. Alright, so there's our little band there, and I hardly can get that out at the top there. I'm going to try to sweep that up a little bit with the tip of the knife. Don't scrape like I just did. That will dull your knife pretty quick. Alright. Alright. Now, we have the Canadian flag here, so I'm going to put a little, I'm going to take my knife and do it. I'm going to do a little separation here, a little separation here. We're going to paint this on. It's too hard for me to actually cut it out. You can if you want to be adventurous and do that, that's fine. But because it's such a small area, it's kind of tough to put that in. Alright. Now, the bottom part of the shoe, again, we're just going to put a heel on here. I think these are either brown or black. I've got to take a look at it. I know the pants are black, I believe. The coat's red. I got a little bit of an education about the Mounties. It's very interesting. I guess they wear these uniforms, the red coats and all. It's more of a ceremonial type deal when they do that. That's not their usual look. Okay, so I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to go straight across here, just so, and I'm going to come down from the top down. Okay, and I'm going to do each corner, just going to notch it out a little bit. That's pretty well the boot. Alright, same thing over here, we're going to go across. Come down to the heel. Right, and then right here in the corners I do a little V cut. A little bit of a separation of the heel to the bottom of the sole there. Alright, so that's how that's done. Alright, I think we're almost done here before I end up painting it. Yeah, we're going to do the same thing here with the little V tool. We're going to take it, and I'm going to, when I had a uniform on, I had these little stripes on the yellow stripes as well on the pants, and they always stuck out. They weren't, you know, they're definitely something you want to. I think it'll add just a little bit more what this is, you know, for the Mountie, because I think that's real distinct as well. I hope you Canadians are enjoying this. It was fun to do. I'll tell you, it was fun to do. So, okay, and again, I'm going to spray it just a little bit, and I'm going to take my knife and I'm just going to kind of blend it from one side to the other into that stripe. So that's sticking out a little bit. Alright. And the same thing over here. I'm going to define things. I'm going to get offline here when I'm completely done. The only thing is I'm going to look at the cuff yet and see if we can put any insignias on the shoulder, if we have room for that, just to give it more of a Mountie look to him. I think he'll look like a Mountie when we get done painting with him and stuff. I need to see if this brim, this little thing, is on top of the hat. If it is, we need to put a line across and put the little buckle up there. And then we're going to look at the cuffs and see what I'll put a cuff in there, but I want to see if there's any insignias on the cuff and the top of him. So I'll be back in a little bit here, and we'll try to finish up the carving portion of it. And hopefully I'll paint it tonight and have one or two more videos on this yet. Alright, so let's take it from there. I'm going to round this off a little bit. It looks a little blocky to me. And remember, you want to take all the rough stuff off, folks. You don't want any of the rough stuff on here. If you can possibly help shave it off, you know, or sliver it off, it will help you when you start painting. Because if you start painting and you have some of the original cuts of the block on it, it is going to be much darker. It's going to soak up the ink, the paint, much quicker. Alright, so let me take that off. Yeah, it's just a little bit here and there, you know. So you're just trying to clean everything up. And try not to have anything real blocky if you can help it. Okay, so let me go back and take a look at some of my information here. I'm going to Google a couple things, and we might add a couple little things to his uniform yet. But he's going to be holding an American flag, and then this is his little brown belt that comes around around him there and stuff. So hopefully this will work out. Alright, we'll be right back.